Students, I just skipped one point to saying that how to measure the irregular shape of an area of an object. We know that irregular surfaces do not have easily measurable dimensions. So therefore it is difficult to have a formula to measure the irregular surfaces of any object, like the area of leaves. It is difficult to measure. So area of irregular shape of an object can be determined with the help of graph paper. Now moving into the measurement of volume. We know that matter occupies space and the volume of an object is the amount of space it occupies. Again, matter occupies space and the volume of an object is the amount of space it occupies. For examples, here the same structure with same length and breadth. Here figure 1 is the pencil box or geometrical box, and the figure 2b is the bricks. In this case, the volume of both the figures cannot be the same, as their length and breadth is equal. So how we can measure the volume of an object? If we measure the length in centimeter, the volume will be in cube centimeter or centimeter cube. If we measure length in meter, then the volume will be in cube meter. And the volume of a liquid is generally measured in liter and milliliters. Milliliter is the smallest unit and the liter is the above the milliliters. Then the volume of regular bodies, some formulas are there in your book. See table 2.4. The formula is given for volumes of some regular solids. First, it is a cube, so the formula must be L cube, or length into length into length. Here I am showing you length into length into length, length into length into length. So the formula is length cube. Second, moving into the cuboid. Here all of you can see easily, it is the length, it is the breadth, and this is the height. So the formula is length into breadth into height. Now what is the formula of a cylinder? In a cylinder we can see there is a length and there is a circle is there. So we know from the measurement of area, a circle has the formula pi r square. So here extra is the length, so the cylinder, the formula of a cylinder should be pi into r square into length. Likewise, the formula of a sphere is, there is also radius 4/3 into pi into radius cube, or 4/3 pi r cube. So in this case, how we can measure the volume of an irregular bodies? We all know that bodies which have no regular shape is known as irregular bodies. So their volume cannot be found by measuring their dimensions. So if a solid is completely immersed in a liquid, if a solid is, it is a solid, these are the liquid parts. So if a solid is completely immersed into a liquid, the liquid displaces some volume which we can measure using a measuring cylinder, and in this way we can measure the irregular bodies of a solid. Now volume of liquids is generally measured with standard measuring container. The amount of liquid which a container holds each called the container's capacity, and generally we use from half liter, 1 liter, 2 liter, 5 liter, 10 liter, etc. up to the container's capacity. In science laboratories we can use pipettes, burettes or graduate cylinders for measuring the volume of liquids. Then now moving into the measurement of mass, we know mass is defined as the quantity of matter content in a body. Mass is defined as the quantity of matter content in a body, and the SI unit, standard international unit of mass, is kilogram. When we are going to measure the smaller weight of mass, we use milligram or gram. Similarly, when we are going to measure the heavier weight of mass, we are measured it in quintal, or also from heavier from quintals we can measure it in metric tons. Some are the relations between smaller units from to the heavier units, that is written here. 1000 milligram is equal to 1 gram. Similarly, 1000 gram is equal to 1 kilogram. Next, 100 kilogram, we know 100 kilogram is 1 quintal. So 1000 kilogram, or in relationship to quintals, 1 quintal or 10 quintals, which is equal to 1000 kilogram, it means 1 metric tons. Next, the mass of a body is measured by some devices like beam balance, physical balance. So here the mass of a body is measured by a beam balance, and small units of mass of an object like gold, silver, like costly items, could be measured in sensitive physical balance. Apart from these, beam balance and physical balance, we can use also some devices like spring balance, digital weighing machines, which are generally used in nowadays to measure the mass of a body. Dear students, listen the video again, go through the chapter with your book referring the table 2.3, 2.4. Remember the formula given there. Next we'll discuss the measurement of time, and already I have given you the question answer of your exercise. If any doubt, then ask me.